Hey everybody, welcome back. Tom here from Thicket. So that is the view from our farm, and as you can tell behind me, there is no snow on our side of the valley. So we are on a south-facing slope, and that snow over there is 9 days old. We had a 10-inch snowstorm last Friday, and now it's Sunday, so it's been about 9 days since the snow came. We haven't had snow on our property for, 3 or 4 days now. But across the valley there, they are still in snow. So that's something you really want to look for your homestead, especially a mountain homestead. If you can get a south-facing slope, and of course this is north of the equator, if you're watching this from Argentina, switch it. But if you live north of the equator, you want a south-facing slope. And there are some obvious reasons and a few not so obvious reasons. The first obvious reason is you are going to get more sunlight, which means you are going to be able to grow plants sooner, quicker, and better. So that's super important. There are places on the other side of the valley there that don't really see any sun the entire winter. So they are going to have snow there for a while. They have to deal with ice. We don't really have to deal with ice on our driveway. We have one slippery spot that for a day or so after a snowstorm, we got to watch that ice on the curve. But the folks over there are dealing with ice right now, and it's been 9 days later. So if you have a south-facing slope, you get more sun, which is natural sunlight for your house, so you get to enjoy that sunlight. Your animals get to enjoy that sunlight. Super, super important. You want a south-facing slope if you're in the mountains for sure. Mud is a problem on the homestead, but we don't have to deal with mud as much as our neighbors across the valley there, because first, it's going to take a long time for that snow to melt, and then it's going to take a long time for that water to dry up. So yes, we deal with mud, but not as much as someone on a north-facing slope. Now, in the summertime, it is cooler on that side of the valley, but we live in the mountains, and it really doesn't get that hot. We live in North Carolina. The hottest we've had it so far in 4 years is 93 degrees. So yes, that is getting hot, but not compared to a lot of places. Most of the time in the summer, we are in the high 80s, mid 80s. So really, yes, it is nicer in the summer to be on a north-facing slope. But since mountains are generally cooler anyways, I don't know if I see that as a benefit or a major benefit. So another benefit of a south-facing slope is solar energy. If you ever want to be off-grid, it's much easier and more likely that you will be able to become off-grid if you're on a south-facing slope. You also have microclimates you are able to take advantage of a lot more. We have a south-facing barn as well. Right in front of the barn is an old garden bed that hasn't been that successful, but I am going to turn that into a growing tunnel, and I'm going to make use of the heat sink that the concrete foundation of the barn provides. And it definitely is warmer in the spring and summer. That barn wall heats up and it makes a micro habitat. So I'm at zone 6B, but that little barn area is probably a zone better. So I can grow better, longer, and faster in these micro habitats that some of my neighbors can't take advantage of. So this is what you want to just be aware of it. South-facing slope is very important if you're living in the mountains. A lot of people living in the flatlands aren't really worried about it because you don't have to think about it. But if you're looking for a mountain homestead, you want to investigate the direction of your property. Super easy to do. Just go on Google Maps, or you can be old school and bring a compass if you're checking out a property. But this is just a quick tip. You want to just think of the little things when you're looking for the perfect homestead. And really, there's not a perfect homestead out there, I think. There's always going to be something you wish you had, something you wanted that isn't going to be on your homestead. You have to compromise and figure out what is best for you and your budget, and how can you improve that property. You can't really improve a north-facing slope. If you have a north-facing slope, you're stuck with it. You are going to be struggling with your garden a lot more than someone with a south-facing slope. So just keep this quick tip in mind. There's plenty of mountain homesteads out there. It is a little bit tougher homesteading in the mountains, I think. But you can do it. We're doing it. Lots of people are doing it. So thanks for checking out this tip, and have a great weekend and happy holidays, and we'll see you very soon.